intention for throwing ball deep. How does that affect your team defensively this week?
No, it just means that we're not going to be facing a one-dimensional team. You know, obviously they're going to want to stretch the field. They're looking for one-on-one matchups. They're trying to stretch the football down the field. And look, a good defensive team is got to be able to play both the run and the pass. So this will be a challenge for us, but it's not just for our 4 guys in the back end. It's linebackers being in the right place. It's getting pressure on the quarterback. So just another really good challenge for our defense as we move forward.
And those young guys at the back end who you expressed confidence in early on have backed up that confidence with the way they played. Even though you express so much confidence in them, are you at all surprised at how quickly they've been able to develop?
Well, we've got a pretty good front 7, which, you know, obviously helps that we can now predict down and distance tendencies, and, you know, we can put you behind the chains. All those factors play into, you know, the overall defensive scheme. And, you know, we don't play a lot of man-to-man coverage, quite frankly. We don't ask our guys to be alone by themselves. Certainly there are going to be times that they've got to make some one-on-one plays, because even in zone coverage, the ball down the field, we saw, you know, safeties out of position or corners not in position. So one thing we know about them is they're a disciplined group, and that goes a long way in playing good pass defense.
Thank you.
Brian. Building on that, Bennett is a guy that you had a lot of praise for even before he really played this season. Going back to spring, or maybe even what you saw from him last fall, what were some of the things that jumped out to you that made you think, yeah, I've got confidence enough in this kid, he's going to be a good player for us, that I can promote him or praise him before he's really gone out and done?
He's got a competitive edge to him. You know, he loves to play. He loves to compete. He's passionate about what he does. He at times wears it on his sleeve, but I love to be around guys that are competitive, that compete in practice, that love to play the game. And so when you start with that premise, you know, I think the rest is through your own want, desire, and through coaching. And so he had a lot of those things already, whether he was an offensive player or a defensive player or special teams. He played with that kind of edge that I really like, and that was probably the reason why I vocally had a lot of confidence in him.
Just curious, you mentioned Miami's tempo as a defense that likes to rotate play to play with personnel. What kind of challenges does that, I guess, present to Bob and how he's shuffling personnel in and out?
Yeah, I mean, that certainly, they don't play the whole game that way, but certainly they're going to use tempo to try to keep personnel groupings, but it works both ways. That means they can't change personnel either. So, you know, it changes things for our, you know, personnel groupings going in, but it definitely limits them as well. So we're prepared to play no matter which way it happens.